In this video, I'm going to demonstrate for you the different tools and settings that Teespring offers you from the back end of your Teespring website. So you want to go on in here under your email address in the top right corner and click on campaigns. And then what you want to select here is settings. And you're going to see a couple different tools and features within Teespring here. So you've got general settings here. This first setting is if you want your ad to not show up in Google and other search engines, which I don't know why you wouldn't want it to. That's going to be completely up to you. One of the reasons you may not want it to show up in Google searches is if maybe you don't want somebody to rip off your design or something of that nature. So you could just select that button. That would be probably the only reason there. Request a goal drop. So this feature right here, so if for example we're coming up on our deadline and let's say that we've only sold 12 shirts and you still want to do a run on that, you understand that you're going to be getting less profit per shirt, but you still want to actually run it so you get paid, because you don't get paid until the entire shirt campaign runs. So you could say, I would like to request a goal drop to 5 shirts or to 10 shirts if it's going to enable you to reach your goal. So that's where you can request your goal drop there. And if I were to come in here and type in 10, it would say my new base price is now $12.45. So I would lose $2 profit per shirt, and you can only do this once, so you want to be careful about when you do that. So that's what requesting a goal drop is under campaign settings. The social preview, we were already over there when we were adding this to our fan pages, but what this tool does is it gives you the ability to kind of create some cool little images, and you could actually have like a solid color background as well. And so you could pick like a different color that would kind of stand out and jump out. So for this particular example though, I think we'll go back with the wood here because that looks the best. And you kind of play around with whether it's got an outer glow to the shirt or not. Once you click on it, it takes a moment for it to render itself. It's doing a process in the background there. You could also do rounded flames, so you can see how that's going to appear. So that's kind of a sharp, looking edges there, kind of rounds it out there. And once you hit save settings, what that's going to do, it sometimes can take up to 24 hours, but that will actually change the image that you see when people share your post on different Facebook walls and that kind of stuff. So that's what the social preview option is. This is so like when people are sharing it on Facebook, it looks really good, it looks clean, like if it gets shared out there on Twitter and those types of sites. The conversion pixel, this one is more for advanced users. So especially if this is your first Teespring campaign, you probably want to steer clear of this. But what this does here is this actually will set a custom Facebook conversion pixel for your campaign, and it'll give you an idea as to how your campaign is doing. So you can actually follow the instructions here under Get Started Now, and this will actually take you right through the process there of actually integrating this with Facebook, and it'll give you an idea as to how your ad's performing, what the conversions are, and you can actually follow their steps. So I just wanted to show that to you as an option, and I would eventually encourage you, even if it is your first time, I mentioned that you may want to avoid it, but even if it is your first time, really, it's good to know what your conversions are, and it will actually give you an idea of if your campaign is worth it, are the ads that you're running doing a good job. That's what the conversion pixel is, and if you go through this process, they will actually set you up right there. So I wanted to point that out to you. The other setting back here is retargeting pixels. What retargeting does is basically this will actually go through the process of actually helping you create an audience of people that have already seen your ad one time, and then you could actually do a retargeting campaign to that, meaning those people that saw this advertisement, the advertisement already at least once or twice, you could run that ad again, because sometimes it takes multiple impressions, multiple exposures. Retargeting is something that can really enhance your Facebook campaign, and so you could actually go in to follow their steps here, log into Facebook, and click on create audience, select the custom audience from your website, and then what you want to do is just copy this 15-digit pixel directly right on in here. So this is a pretty simple process for setting up retargeting, and it is something that you could do if you wanted. You can also come on down here and use a tool called Perfect Audience as well if you would like to do the retargeting. Retargeting is something you should definitely consider. So that means once they click on your link and they decide not to purchase your ad, it's going to put a pixel on their computer, so it'll show them that ad again. And that's why sometimes as you're going through places, if you visit a certain website and leave it, all of a sudden you start seeing ads for that all throughout the web. And so it's kind of a cool tool in that regards. Analytics here, this is where you could actually install Google Analytics so you could see how your campaign is performing. And again, this is something, just go to google.com/analytics, where you could create a certain code and actually track what your Teespring campaign is doing. And then ending early, what this does is, this will basically say, if you have fewer than 10 shirts, no one's going to be charged, and you could just end this campaign early. That's something you probably wouldn't want to do unless you just decide that your shirt's not working out or there's some other reason that came up. Most of the time, you're not going to end a listing early. So that gives you an idea of what the campaign settings are within Teespring and all the options that you have with Teespring.